Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new video. Today we'll be continuing on with our Sonic Unleashed playthrough. So yeah, let's get straight into this. So now then, where are we supposed to go? Oh yeah, that is right, back to Spagonia, I think, to talk to the professor. So yeah, let's head straight over there right now. Right then, here we are inside of the professor's office, and yet another place has been restored, and we've also found the next location for the next Gaia temple, which is in Shamar, which is really cool to be honest. But I am really not looking forward to playing through Shamar Night because that stage is really just not fun at all, to be completely honest with you. But yeah, I think the professor now is also going to relocate to Shamar, which is really cool. So yeah, let's follow him over there.
All systems are green. Dark Gaia activation is confirmed on all 7 continents. Electromagnetic homing signals are locked on. All units converging on point 0.
Yes, perfect! Gathering Dark Gaia's pieces is such a pain. I'll have them come to me instead! A brilliant shift in perspective. An idea worthy of Dr. Eggman. Super genius!
Your skill at self-aggrandizement is unparalleled.
Silence! Activate the Dark Gaia fusion furnace. And while you're at it, get those energy conversion circuits warmed up.
Understood. Commencing Project Dark Gaia. Requesting final clearance.
Granted. Finally, my ambitions will be achieved.
Right, here we are in Shamar, and yes, this whole world actually does look really cool, to be honest. I do like the water, and the fact that Sonic is not able to drown here is pretty funny. He has basically unlocked a new ability to now breathe underwater as well, which I honestly find really funny. But yeah, also the music for this hub world is really fun. I do like it a lot, but there was a medal right there as well, which is wonderful. Let's see if we can find any more then. Oh, here's one right there. That is lovely. Right then, here we are. This is a lovely brand new office for the professor, and it's honestly probably my favorite office for him, to be honest, inside of this game. I do really like how this office looks. But now we are able to head over to Empire City, which we will need to do because that is the next stage that we have to go through, of course. And yeah, let's head there right now. Right then, here we go. I'm just going to explore a little bit more just to see if there are any other moon medals that I could possibly find before I head to the world map. But yeah, we shouldn't worry about it too much, to be honest, because we are literally 2 moon medals away from... Oh, there it is, right there. We are now 1 moon medal away from basically having enough Mew medals to complete the story, and then we would only really need to focus on the Sun medals, which is great. But yeah, here we are on the world map. There is Empire City, and now we must go to it at nighttime, of course, because that is the stage we need to be playing. Right then, here we are inside of Empire City, and oh my god, this music seems familiar, doesn't it? It is, of course, the music that I use for the outros for my videos. So yeah, it's quite cool to always come back here. I absolutely love Empire City's hub world music, to be completely honest with you guys. And yeah, let's just see if we can collect a couple of more medals, which we do. That is lovely. Right then, we want to quickly make our way over here and deal with all these enemies and get out of here. Surprise attack them. Boom. They don't even know what's hit them. X and then X again. Bang. Get out of here. Yous can all be dealt with so easily. Bam, 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 bam. Oh my god. Get here. Throw you at you. Why not? Boom, 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 boom. Come on. Get absolutely destroyed. And you know what? We are going to critical attack you, because all the XP that we get is definitely worth it. Oh, come on. Let me get that. That's out the map. That is so not fair, to be completely honest. But yeah, let's get all of this. Pull this lever, and now we can focus on platforming our way up this wall, of course. Make sure that we get that extra life, because you never know when you're gonna need it, to be completely honest. Grab that Sun medal and get this tea as well. But yeah, let's make our way over here, grab onto this, jump across, make sure that we are holding circle, of course, because sometimes the platform sections can be a bit annoying. And now we need to just jump around like that. Lovely. Get that Mew medal. There's one here like that, and now I believe that might actually be all the medals that we need, or can actually collect for now, to be completely honest, because I think for the final one you need to be playing as Modern Sonic, and basically I think either platform over there or Lightspeed Dash. I can't exactly remember, but yeah, let's actually destroy this, and then we can move on to this stage. That is lovely. In fact, let me just check this one. There might be a medal inside here. Oh no, it's just the same thing, which is okay. Let me just make sure that they're not like hiding in any of the sort of narrower pathways and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't think anything is. So yeah, let's head on over to the stage then, of course. Let's get straight into this. Right then, here we go. What we're going to do straight away actually is not do that. We are going to come up here and press them again. That is lovely. Now we can deal with these enemies as well. Get out of here. Come on. Oh my god, give it your best shot. You don't even stand a chance. Boom. Get up. You know what? Let me perform a critical attack on you. Maybe? Okay, whatever you're doing there. I do not quite understand what's going on here. And boom. Let's just take them out as normal, to be completely honest. But yeah, this is where I guess the Hedgehog's gameplay starts to, I guess, get a little bit frustrating for people, because yeah, the Hedgehog inside of this stage, combined with the awkwardness of the platforming sections and stuff like that. Oh, that's just really annoying. Get out of here. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Can we do a critical attack? Lovely. Circle. And bam, 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 bam. That's what you get for dodging my punch. But yeah, as I mentioned, the platforming sections and things like that for this stage can really frustrate people at times, at least from what I've heard. Personally, my experience of this stage has not been too bad, to be completely honest. I do think that, you know, I've had a few deaths here and there in the past, but yeah, let's see how we get on today. Of course, I hope we can, you know, even get an S rank, for that might be a bit ambitious, to be completely honest, because yeah, I am definitely gonna be taking my time with some of these platforming sections. And oh my god, we almost got absolutely destroyed by that spike, which would have been really frustrating if I'm gonna be completely honest. But yeah, let's just make sure that we just take our time. I say that and I've just performed a pretty risky jump. But yeah, even like the camera and everything inside of this stage can just be really annoying. I feel like the Hedgehog should let you be able to have sort of full control of the camera for these stages, of course. But yeah, I guess not. I guess it was a decision that they decided not to go with, of course. But yeah, honestly, I think it is probably one of the most frustrating things about the Hedgehog, if I'm going to be completely honest, is the fact that, you know, like, for example, in Sonic Adventure 2 or 1 or something like that, you had sort of full control of the camera in 3D, but yeah, it doesn't allow you to have full control of the camera inside of the Hedgehog stages, which honestly I think is one of the biggest flaws of the Hedgehog's gameplay, to be completely honest. As I said, the Hedgehog should have had the option to fully control the camera, because sometimes it can just be a bit annoying. But yeah, we've just performed a skip there basically, but honestly it can also have a bit of a negative effect, that skip, because you do miss out on a few medals, which is unfortunate. But yeah, we just can always go back and get them at a later date, of course. But yeah, let's deal with these enemies, drill into them, make sure that we do a lot of damage to them, of course. Can we get a critical hit here? Lovely. Bang. X again. Boom, 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 boom. Critical attack on you. Next one up. Slam him into the ground. Give him them big old punches. We're taking these out one by one. In fact, it did not let us do a critical attack on you. So you know what? We're just going to absolutely destroy you the old-fashioned way, I guess. And you know what? Get here. Stop moving around like that. Who gave you permission to do that, mate? Get out of here. Lovely. And now we've got these robots with the shield. But you know what? We are just going to send them flying or not. We're just going to slam dunk into them anyway. Take them out again. Come on. Square, square, X. And boosh. Love that. Do a few more moves on this one as well. You know what? Get here. We're going to critical attack you. Circle and try and bang out you go. That is lovely. And yeah, we should actually collect this, I believe. Yes, there we go. That is lovely. That allows us to refill our life, which is wonderful, to be completely honest. But yeah, let's now make our way over here with this little section, of course. swing across. Lovely. Make sure that we are very accurate with the platforming. And now we can make our way over here. There's a big enemy to deal with, so let's go on, do that then. Let's just use our shield just to make sure that we just don't take any damage. And now here we go, circle, triangle, and circle again, and flip him over, bang. Do we get any XP? No? Did we not get any XP from that? Okay, whatever, game. You know what? You can do whatever you want to do. We don't need the XP anyway. We're too good, aren't we now? But yeah, that's really weird. Did we not actually collect the XP? Or did we just collect it all in one go and I just did not see it? I guess we will never know at the end of the day. But yeah, the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct came out a few days ago now, and yeah, honestly, I think the console looks really cool. If I'm going to be completely honest, it could have a potential to be one of the best consoles of all time, you know, with the 120 frames per second and, you know, 1080p, as well as, you know, like 4K options in some circumstances if like the game support it, or you know, if you're putting it on your TV or whatever, which is really cool to be completely honest. But yeah, the prices for the games is just not it at the end of the day. At least in my opinion, I do think that they need to rethink that very carefully, to be completely honest. I really just... Oh my god, there we go. This section now is where we can really start to struggle. But yeah, honestly, the Switch 2, in my opinion, the games need to get a massive decrease in price, because yeah, not a lot of people are gonna, you know, sort of wanna pay that price for the games, of course. But yeah, I guess we will just wait and see at the end of the day whether they actually do decide to decrease the prices. But I am honestly not hopeful for it at all, to be completely honest. I think Nintendo can be very greedy at times, because I do remember them charging a lot for the 3DS, of course, and I think that price actually did get decreased, to be honest. I think it got decreased by about a third, which, you know, was probably one of their best decisions of all time, because the Nintendo 3DS was actually, I think, one of their best selling devices of all time. I may be wrong with that, but yeah, the 3DS was definitely a massive success. I really do love that, you know, handheld device, because yeah, it's just so great and so many good games came out of it. But here's another Sun medal. But yeah, hopefully we can get a similar situation with the Switch 2's game. But I would be really surprised, to be completely honest, if we do see anything like what we saw for the 3DS. But yeah, I guess all we can really do is complain even more, and then hopefully, you know, that will make Nintendo reduce its prices. But we'll just have to wait and see, I guess, at the end of the day. But to be honest as well, I do think that, you know, some of the Sonic games could come back to the Switch 2, which would be really cool. You know, if we could potentially get like a Sonic and the Black Knight port or remaster for that console, I think honestly it would be really great in my opinion, as well as something like Sonic and the Secret Rings as well. I think there's a lot of potential for them games to come back to the Switch, of course. But yeah, I guess we will just see whether, you know, Sega and Sonic Team think that is a good option. Get up so we can critical attack you. Bang, X, boom, 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 boom. Next one up. We'll just deal with these guys normally. Whoa! I actually killed you before you did that. So I don't know what you're doing there. Let me pick you up and throw you off the building then. But yeah, honestly, I would love if they did decide to bring back the Sonic and the Black Knight and Sonic and the Secret Rings storybook games, of course, for the future. Is that a medal? I can't quite tell. I don't think it is. So, you know what? We are good with that. There's one up there, which can we get by doing this? Or do we need to get that sort of... No, you know what? Yeah, we need to get this and bring it on over here. Because, yeah, we need all of these some medals at the end of the day. So we may as well collect as many of them as possible. But yeah, we're done with the moon medal collecting for this playthrough, which is cool. But we're still going to collect, as you know, some of them if we see them in our path. Because we may as well try and get as many as possible to see what we sort of end up with at the end of this game. And of course it unlocks a few extra stages, which is really cool, to be completely honest. But yeah, I think now do we need that box for it? Yeah, we do. Okay. Oh, there's actually some medal there. I did not notice that. Let's go and grab this some medal then. Oh my god, chill out. Can we come down here and then jump across? There we go. That is lovely. And yeah, now let's bring this back over here. But yeah, I really hope that we potentially get, you know, a new version of a Mario and Sonic game for Switch, because obviously they're no longer doing the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games stuff, are they? Because they don't have the rights for them. But it would still be really cool to, you know, see Mario and Sonic potentially get a game for the Switch in the future. I think, you know, there is a massive audience for a Mario and Sonic game, so I really hope that we can get one in the future. It would be really cool if they decided to do, you know, like a platforming game or something like that for Mario and Sonic. But to be honest, that would have to be on all platforms for me personally, because yeah, I would be wanting that on my PC more than anything, to be completely honest. Oh no, get up, 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 get up. That is the last thing we want. Come on, attack him. Make sure that we just keep dealing damage. Make sure we get him to a critical state, which we have now. Circle. Circle again. And square. Bang. Flip him over. Boom. Get out of here. Love that for us. And now we are pretty much done with this stage then, which is cool. Is there no more medals around here? I don't believe so. Let's just make sure that we aren't missing any. No, I don't think we are. So yeah, let's come in here. There might be ones around here. Just make sure, because they can sometimes be really cheeky with these medals and put them in some, you know, really hidden away places. It doesn't look like they are though. So let's hit this gold ring, and now we are done. You know what? I am pretty... Oh, there was a moon medal behind us. No, there was a moon medal behind the gold ring. Oh, that is so annoying. But yeah, we don't really need that medal at the end of the day. But that's quite funny because imagine we did. That's honestly kind of frustrating. That it's just right there. It's almost like teasing us in the background. But it is what it is, I guess. Let's actually, let's upgrade some of his strength, to be completely honest, because we've got enough XP to do it. Love that. And now we can upgrade some of his combat as well, which is cool. Nothing we can do for modern Sonic, but let's just use that little bit of extra XP on his speed, which is wonderful. And yeah, that is gonna be all for today's video, and until next time, peace out.